Have you ever considered what it's like to immerse yourself in a sound bath? Well, I have you covered. Join me as I invite a special guest to dive into the unique experience of a sound bath and spill all the details on the Afterbath. Welcome to the Afterbath, where we explore unique experiences and wellness practices. I'm your host, Matt. Today we have a special episode where we'll be diving into the world of sound baths. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be immersed in soothing sound waves, you're in for a treat. Our guest today, Trish, takes her first of 6 consecutive sound baths, and boy, it's going to be an adventure. Watch as she goes from nervous anticipation to unexpected serenity. Was it pure calm or just a cozy nap? How long will her newfound peace last once real life kicks in again? Join us to witness Trish's initial steps on this journey, one filled with growth, tranquility, and the unknown. Is this the start of lasting transformation or simply a fleeting, beautiful moment? Trish,
hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for coming. So tell me, why are you here? Why are you interested in, sound healing practices?
Okay, so my first sound bath that I experienced was in a group with Soma.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm very open to the spiritual world and just the calming of the body and the healing and so it's a different way to go to promote that healing and to calm the body and just be present. And
great.
Plus, I love the sounds. So
yes.
It's just a beautiful experience.
Yeah, it is a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
And do you do any other, practices?
So I try to meditate as much as possible, whether it's just in a quiet room or whether it's listening to like a guided meditation.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Yeah, very nice. And how long have you been doing that for?
It's been a few years now.
Yeah.
So I started sort of the healing journey or the just realisation that, there was a lot of healing to be done just through life, just experiences. And so it's been a few years.
Yep. And how did you come to, being a meditator? Was it from an experience or... Yeah, how did you discover it?
I think it was just through some research, my own research, and just realising that, the mind can be sort of very, very noisy. And so just through my own journey of reading and, just realised that, we need to, quiet the mind sometimes. And, it's just the perfect way to reboot or,
Got it.
give yourself some love.
Yeah. And did you find, say prior to meditating, was there something that was driving you towards looking for something that would quieten the mind? Did you find that things were, you're getting hard to manage certain things or... Yeah, was there any suffering?
There was a lot. It's just through, things that I've been through in the past that, come up that all of a sudden it's like, oh, damn, I've forgotten about that. Just through just growth, just normal life and, trying to expand and become a better version of myself.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. So I've can't remember quite what the question was, but I think I answered that.
Yeah, you've answered it. Yeah. And so now that you've been meditating, what is the benefits or what have you seen that's been an improvement in your life?
Calm and being more conscious.
Right.
I can't say that word, but just being more conscious and being more aware and just being more present.
Yeah.
And focusing, and the thing is focusing on myself as well, rather than focusing on what has happened in the past and what this person said and what that person meant and what that, just being present within myself and focusing on me rather than the outside world.
Yes.
And that's a good way. Meditating is a good way of achieving that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how is it that you become more aware? You know, do you have is it an insight, or do you catch yourself thinking, you know, overthinking, or explain a little bit like that.
I am a classic overthinker.
Right, okay.
Highly sensitive, so just really aware of the reactions of others and, you know, what others may be saying to me, or you know, maybe wanting me to feel or something. So I sort of buy into that quite a lot. So I throw myself into that and just find that it's really destructive terms of staying true to myself and who I want to be, how I want to present.
So are you kind of saying that you're sensitive to other people's insecurities, and then you find yourself playing to those insecurities and then catching yourself and then going, what am I doing? Is it something like that?
It's exactly that. And then it sort of veers me off, you know, my inner world. It's sort of, I sort of enter everybody else's world rather than just staying present in my world and controlling what I can control, controlling my emotions and controlling my sense of self.
Got it. Yeah. And do you have an example? You don't have to give names, but you know, like if you had a friend who was looking for, I don't know, maybe an ego rub, or a you know, like a, you know, oh, I'm annoyed about this, can you back me up? Or is it,
gosh, how much time do you have? Honestly, no, but it's my every moment. So that's something that I'm learning to slowly let go of. So you know, say to myself, that's not for me. That's, you know, like, I feel bad for this person, but it's not for me to worry about. It doesn't mean I don't care, but it just. So I have a friend with bipolar, who's very sort of up and down. So it's like a roller coaster for her. So she calls and, you know, she tells me of this and she tells me of that, and, you know, the emotions. And it's really hard not to buy into that because of the fact that she's going through such a hard time.
For sure. Yeah.
So I can get very involved into her world. So slowly I've learned to go, that's not my journey. I have empathy for her journey, but it's not my journey. So this is who I am, and this is, you know, through some of the things that she says, I think to myself, oh, do I do that, or am I like that? So through her torture,
for sure.
because it's not a nice experience.
Absolutely. And do you think from you stepping back that's actually helped her as well?
Absolutely, because I don't, you can't get sick enough to help a sick person. So, you know, I have to stay on a certain level so that I can help her, so that it's not, you know, like making it worse for her because, you know, she says, oh, you know, this is terrible, my life's terrible, this, that and the other. And it's like, if she drags me down, then I sort of start thinking on that level as well. So
got it.
I have to stay above that.
So would it be kind of correct in saying that if you were both out in the middle of the ocean, you would have your hand on a bit of driftwood and be able to keep yourself afloat, and then you could put out a hand to her and help her to the driftwood as well? Would that be something like that? That is exactly it.
That is exactly it. So I have to stay stronger in order to help her. Yeah.
Got it. That's great. That's great. And have there been any other benefits, you know, like have you found that you're able to, you know, is your sleep better, or is your energy better, or you're able to actually do more than what you used to be able to do, or?
I think so. I think this sleep is better.
Yeah.
You're more restful. when you don't take on so much of everybody else's energy. So, you know, you don't have the dreams, those vivid dreams and those weird dreams. You know? Yeah, so absolutely, you do have more energy to give to your, you know, creativity and
got it.
Yeah.
And is there any, you know, like negatives? You know, we've heard some positives, but you found there's any negatives to meditation or anything like that, or?
Well, if there are negatives, it's only negatives to get to a positive, because so, you know, if you think, oh, you know, this is bringing up this and this is bringing up that, or you know, you've got to recognize it in order to make it better. So,
got it.
Yes, there might be some negatives, but in the end, you're sort of drifting towards the positive. So that's the journey.
Yeah.
The intention is to grow and to learn and to expand into a better version of yourself. Then the negative has got to come out.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess, would it be a little bit like, say if you cut your finger, you know you have to attend to the finger, and so it's going to hurt while you put the Band-Aid on.
Correct.
But if you don't put the Band-Aid on, it's probably going to get dirty and infected.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so some of the negatives for me would be, you know, an increased amount of headaches, for example.
Got it. Yeah.
So that's something that I think my emotions, you know, I've got a little thermostat that's really, really sensitive. So anything that is out of whack, it just ignites.
Got it. Yeah. So you're actually using it as a indicator of when you've gone too far.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then once you've realised you've gone too far, what do you do to recorrect that? What can you know, is there anything that you found that works?
More meditation.
Okay.
Or just all the physical things that, you know, the stretching and the calm, the breathing, things like that.
Great. Well, that sounds fantastic. That sounds like maybe we should go have a sound bath.
Sounds like a really good idea.
Okay, great. Let's go do it.
Thank you.
Excellent. What is a sound bath? A sound bath is like a warm hug for your senses, using sound waves to wash over you and melt away stress. Picture yourself lying down in a cozy, serene space with gentle vibrations of Tibetan singing bowls, gongs, tuning forks and chimes, creating a soothing soundscape around you. It's not just about hearing the sounds, it's about feeling them too. The vibrations work on a deeper level, helping your body and mind to let go of tension and find a natural rhythm of relaxation. The idea is to let the sounds guide you into a peaceful, meditative state where you can just be. No stress, no worries, just pure calm. A sound bath isn't about doing anything. It's about being in the moment and letting the vibrations do the work. Whether you're looking to reset after a tough day or you just want a little time to yourself, a sound bath offers a unique way to recharge, find balance, and reconnect with your inner peace. So, Trish,
yay!
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So, how was the sound bath?
It was lovely, and I think it, you know, a lot of it comes down to what your intention is right at the start of the experience, and what you want to get out of it. And I think that's really important. I think it's important for you to know why you're doing it, why, you know, what is it that you want to get out of it, and because it can really set yourself up for either, you know, it falls flat, or you really sort of buy into it and immerse yourself in the experience. But it was, for me, it was this one, and it'll probably be different. All of them will probably be different. This one was just really, it was just sweet. It was just really, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying the sounds. I'm really enjoying, you know, just the sound and the experience of, you know, of it all.
Great.
So,
And was there Can you describe in your own words what the experience was like?
For me, my intention at the start of it was, I'm just going to let go of stuff, just silly stuff, and I felt comfortable in that, and it was an easy thing to do at that stage because it's just where I was at. So I decided to just use the experience as just love for myself, just a little bit of pamper, or enjoy the sounds, really listen to the sounds and enjoy them, and just go back to basics, which is love. It's just love. At the end of the day, that's all there is. That's the most important thing, because otherwise. And so I just sat there thinking about every time you touched on a sound and you hear the vibration, and it was almost to me like the most important part was the dong at the start, and then the vibration as you listen to it. So I decided to go with the vibration, and it was like things happen, and then that's it, they disappear. So be present in that first sound, and then as the sound sort of would go, it was like the past.
Got it.
So the dong was the present, and then the vibration. So I was just immersed in that.
Great.
So that's why it was such a nice experience.
Beautiful.
Today.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And how are you feeling now? You I don't want to put words into your mouth, but when we did the first interview today, you seemed probably a bit nervous.
I was a bit nervous because I just wanted to be true to, I wanted the experience to be true to what it actually is. So I was nervous that I wasn't going to represent, just in the talking, just in the sitting. But now I'm feeling a lot more relaxed because, I didn't try and make it anything. I didn't try at all. I was just being. Does that make sense?
It's it would be probably, I guess, from my experience, is that when you say go to a party, you're hoping that at the party you're going to have a good time. And so because of that, there will be a certain amount of fear that you won't have a good time.
Yes.
And so instead of actually presenting yourself with just the good time, you're actually holding on to the fear of it being unfulfilling.
That's right. And that's what it feels like. It just feels like I've just gone there, I've got nothing to lose. And, whatever situation presents itself, I'm just going to be present in that situation, and voila, then. Great.
Yeah. And so what's the feeling that you have now, do you think? Is there... describe to me what you're feeling.
Just calm.
Yep.
I was saying that I was feeling a bit dizzy when I got up, but just a bit euphoric sort of thing. If I can use that word. Just that was really calming, and there was no need to, give it any meaning apart from what I experienced at the time. So I allow the meaning to sort of present itself whilst I'm going through it. So
great. And in terms of grogginess, sometimes when say if you were to take I don't know, a sedative, there would be a certain amount of grogginess. Or some people might say, I'm going to have a glass of wine after work, and then there's a certain amount of grogginess that you feel. Or disconnectedness. What's this like in comparison?
Well, when I have a glass, it doesn't take much for me to feel that. I do feel disconnected from myself. Or is this real kind of thing? Am I thinking, or is it just the alcohol that's wooing me? Whereas I know what I'm thinking. I know where I am. And it feels like I'm connected to my body. It feels like I've done something really positive. Whereas when you have alcohol and you're just you just don't know whether it's the alcohol or if it's this feels like it's me.
Yeah. So I guess what you're saying is you feel like a truer sense of you now than if you drank alcohol. You'd be like, I don't know if this is me or the alcohol talking.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
It feels like, it just feels like it's me, and I'm comfortable in that experience that I've had. And it was a positive thing because it took me back. It's almost like, it took me back to that time when you're a baby, and it's you're new, and you're true, and you're real, and just love. Yeah. Just that love that you're born with. That's how it feels right now.
Amazing.
So hopefully I feel like that at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Hopefully I won't feel differently if someone cuts me off or something. But yeah, it just feels like I'm just comfortable, with the experience that I've had, and it wasn't a put on, or it wasn't I'm trying hard to make it mean something. Yeah. It just was what it was.
Do you think you now have more capacity to tackle things now? Like if someone was to cut you off on the way home, would you find yourself losing it, or do you think you'd be like more resilient?
Much more resilient. Yeah, that was just a joke, but it would feel like that. It would feel like, do you know what? Like that thing that I experienced, that back to basics, and it's love. It's all there is. Yeah. Yeah, it gives you more tolerance. Yeah. And tolerance sounds like, you're just putting up with things, but it just gives you acceptance more than tolerance. Yeah. Just acceptance that, different things will happen at different times, and, I've got the capacity to, be understanding towards.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not always rainbows and sunshine, right?
Exactly.
Time to time it's going to rain, and you don't have to worry about it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was an extremely positive thing to experience.
Great. Excellent.
For me, where I'm at this stage.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So is there anything else that's coming up for you? Is anything that you're thinking, I'd like to talk about, or...
No,
that's good. That's good.
No, because I'm comfortable with that feeling that I experienced, and that, when you played that stormy, I'm not sure what the instrument is, but, that sort of storm.
Oh, it might have been the gong.
The gong. It was like, there's a storm brewing, and, that's just, that represents the fact that, life will bring up some yucky things. Yeah. But then the little ding, the sun comes out again, and so just a reminder that things won't always be good, but, that the love will shine, and, without darkness there can't be light, and without light there can't be darkness, and all that kind of stuff. And that's it. But, love will always win against evil, or the hard times, or got it. That's what came up today. So hopefully I can take that and run with it for a while. Great. Excellent. Well, I think this sounds really good. We should probably end it. Okay. And I look forward to seeing you in your second sound bath, which will be next week. I will be looking forward to it, that's for sure, and hopefully we can come with it and extremely positive experience once again.
Great.
So thank you so very much.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank
Trish.
you.
Cheers.
Thanks, Matt. Bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. This has been a fascinating exploration of sound baths. If you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment. Join us again next week as Trish continues her journey with her second of 6 consecutive sound baths. Until next time, stay well and keep exploring new experiences.